The bank and the judge strongly disagreed. Asterisk, asterisk. The day my son told me I was too old, he didn't raise his voice. He smiled. That made it worse. We were sitting in his modern kitchen in Texas. Stainless steel appliances. Expensive coffee machine. Everything shiny, except the way he looked at me. Mom, he said calmly, you're 70. Managing finances at your age is stressful. Let me handle it. I had raised this man alone, worked 2 jobs, skipped vacations. And now, according to him, I was outdated. I asked one simple question. Why now? He hesitated, then said, because it makes sense. That's when I knew something didn't. What he thought he knew. My son believed my savings were small. A little retirement fund, a modest pension. What he didn't know was that years earlier, after selling a piece of inherited land, I invested carefully. No risks, no gambling, just patience. The account was solid, and it was only in my name. When my son offered to help, I declined politely. That's when he changed tactics. The power of paperwork. 2 weeks later, I received a letter from my bank. It said my account access was under review due to a request for financial oversight. Oversight? I walked into the bank the next morning. The manager looked uncomfortable and said, your son submitted documents claiming you may no longer be capable of managing your finances. I laughed, not because it was funny, but because it was careless. I provided medical clearance, identity verification, original account documents. Within an hour, the review was closed, but the bank didn't stop there. They flagged my son's request as potential financial exploitation of an elderly person. That's when things got serious. When the law gets involved. I didn't file a complaint. The bank did. My son received a notice requesting a formal explanation. He came to my house furious. You're overreacting, he shouted. I was trying to protect you. I looked at him and said quietly, you were trying to control me. He stormed out. A month later, we were in court. The judge's question. The judge didn't care about feelings. He cared about facts. He asked my son, did your mother authorize you to access or manage her funds? My son said, I'm her son. The judge nodded once and replied, that's not an answer. Then he turned to me, ma'am, do you understand your finances? I smiled and said, I built them. The decision, the ruling was clear. I retained full financial control. My son was warned formally about future interference. Any further attempt could result in criminal charges. The judge ended with words my son didn't expect. Age does not remove autonomy, and family does not grant permission. What happened after? My son stopped calling for a while. Then one day, he showed up quietly and apologized. Not for the money, for the assumption. I accepted it. But I changed my estate plans that same week, because trust, once questioned, needs structure. The lesson, getting older doesn't mean getting weaker. It means you've had more time to prepare. And when someone says, you're too old to control your money, make sure the bank and the judge know your name